Okay, everybody, I am back. Welcome back to American Truck Sim for November 10th, 2025. Got my second alcoholic cider here tonight. This one is just Cosmic Crisp Original, meaning it's just supposed to be Cosmic Crisp apples, which are actually very sweet apples. And this one doesn't have a flavor. The other one is blueberry. This is just apple. So I guess we'll test it out. Oh, I think we just got a bunch of support. I'll shout that out in a second. Thank you to Kickin' Natty. Let's give it a shot. Let's see if this one tastes better than the blueberry. Okay. Thank you, Kickin' Natty, for the support. Any cider you drink is an alcoholic cider? That's not true. There's tons of non-alcoholic ciders. 100%. I don't know what you're talking about there. Anyway. Almost has like no scent. All right, let's give it a shot. Oh. That's really good. This is better than the blueberry. That tastes like apple juice, like straight up apple juice with liquor in it. Oh, I really like this. Honestly, that's the best cider I've had out of all the ones. Remember, I had the other brand with its flavors. This is straight up the best one, and it's just the plain flavor of Cosmic Crisp apples. I like this a lot. So this is Two Towns Cider House. It's Pacific Northwest, where I'm from. And original Cosmic Crisp. That's my favorite cider so far. Now, I do have a raspberry flavor to try next week, but I highly recommend that. That's yummy. Cosmic Crisp apples particularly are one of the better flavored apples out there. See, I know because here, again, in the Pacific Northwest, we have a ridiculous amount of apples. Like apples you never heard of we have out here. The weird ones. Pink lady apples. What the hell's that? Yeah, we have those. We have like bizarre things. So anyway, Kickin' Natty. 5 subs just dropped on Kick. Thank you so much for that. Let's see how we're doing now. Are we halfway to the goal at this point? So actually, Kickin' Natty just unseated your future stepdad. Sorry, stepdad. You just had to step down. We were at what, 39? So now we're at 64. And then Ray Ray's 59 just gifted another membership. Thank you, Ray Ray's. So now you have unseated Colonel Zeppelin from earlier. And that's another $3. We're up to $67 of support, and we have the second half of the stream to go right now to finish the job. Let's see how it goes, and let's get that momentum going. We have some momentum right now. Thank you guys for that. I appreciate that. Let's keep it going, okay? You know what I just noticed? Are we tired already? We might be getting tired already. When the bed feels blue, that's when we're tired, right? I'm not going to let it bother me. I'm going to wait for him to start yawning, and then I'm going to look for a rest stop. Because gas, we're good. Gas, we're not even down halfway. So I'm just going to wait for him to start yawning before I worry about getting off there. Vietnamese comrade, where did this come from? This is what he just said. Hate to tell you, Phil, the Cold War era is better than the modern era. There was more economic competition. Nowadays, there's nothing. All you have are monopolies. I mean, what you're saying may or may not be true. What does that have to do with what we're doing tonight? Where did that come from? What on earth? Dark Ows, whatever your name is. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it. Says, what do you have to say about Asmongold's criticisms of you earlier today? I don't know anything about them. I don't watch Asmongold. I don't know what he said, to be honest. I don't particularly care. Earlier today, we were playing Pokemon. And we were just chatting and chilling while I was playing Pokemon. I have no clue what he could have criticized. The stream was actually incredibly well supported. I wasn't even asking for contributions or anything because it was so well supported. So I have no idea what he could have criticized, nor do I give a shit. Honestly, you know, he can say whatever he wants. Good, more power to him. He's definitely one of those guys that reacts all the time. to content. So, I don't know. Here's the question. Was he watching my content and reacting to it, or was he watching detractor content? Because if he's watching detractor content, he's not watching my content. He's watching one-sided, skewed, very focused on negative content that's not representative of me. Case in point, right now, okay, I can watch Wings of Redemption's detractors, and I can watch some of what he does raw, and you could see a little bit of a difference between it, okay? When you just watch his detractor content, no exaggeration, they only show him dying a bunch of times, playing Battlefield, and raging every time. In reality, that's not what happens. He dies, but he doesn't always rage. He only rages at times when he gets like surprised or he's genuinely shocked that he died in that way. It's not every death, but of course the detractor content makes it look like that. And the detractor content will take focused moments of things that happen over a 2, 3, 4 hour stream and only show the ones that may be twisted as negative. Sometimes it's out of context. It only shows half a conversation. So knowing what they do to him, you can only assume it's probably exactly what they do to me. Whatever. The way I see detractor content, it's a way to at least get a quick, digestible idea of how the public is perceiving someone at any given time and what they're criticizing you for. With Wings right now, they're criticizing him because basically he's not on Lolcow Live anymore. He keeps insisting he's not going to go back, but his streams aren't doing very well. His streams are making anywhere between $40 to $100 each, and that's it. And he's complaining he's not making a lot of money. And everyone's like, you're going to go back, you're going to go back. He's like, well, I don't want to, right? So that's one of the things. And of course, him eating on the streams constantly, rubbing his face constantly. There's a few things that they got him for that's what they have issue with him, okay? And of course, I guess a lot of people also say that he lies about a lot of stuff. Like, it's been established that things have happened, and then he later on will try to say it in another way that, oh, it didn't happen that way, and then hope that people forgot or something. Again, I don't know because I don't know a lot about the guy, so I can't confirm or deny that, but that seems to be a running shtick of the detractor content for him. So here's the thing. Knowing how that is with him, I can only imagine the stuff that's said about me. There's probably things that are brought up constantly that are from the past that don't apply to today anymore. There's probably things that are taken completely out of context. Here's an example. Yesterday, on the first stream, I was in a bad mood. I will openly admit to all of you, for whatever reason, I was in a bad mood, okay? So I kind of got argumentative with the audience. I kind of, at the end of a stream, I was banning people. I was being stupid. Between streams, okay, I had a change of heart. I said, you know what? I got to stop being a grumpy old man. I got to be more open, be more nice to the audience that's here with me every day. So I went back, I unbanned some people. I actually added the ability to do the text and moral support messages. And I started being nice again. And then people actually appreciated that on stream, and we had a really good night. When originally I felt like we were going to probably have a really bad night unless I changed my bad attitude. So I did change my attitude, and we had a really good night last night, right? Now, how many detractors made that content and explained that thoroughly and actually outlined it how it really happened? I'm sure every video, correct? Every video made about me said that, right? There you go. So, yeah, that's what I mean. So when you're only watching the detractors, you're only going to get half the story. I'm sure that Asmongold reacted to a toxic story about me. I don't care. Let him react as much as he wants. If ever he wants to actually come watch my real content, not the detractor content, he's welcome. I don't think he ever will, because the thing is, it's not digestible. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not digestible content. This is a 2-hour hangout session with my audience. He's not going to sit here and watch that. He wants to just see the clips, the snippets. So he's only going to see the bad things. That's what people clip and make snippets of. So there you go. See, I'm aware of that. That's why when I watch the Wing stuff, I'm like, okay, I got to take everything I see here with a grain of salt. I got to understand this is not representative of the full story. This is one side. Now, some of it may be true, some of it might not be true, but I know that. I go through it. So I know all about it. Asmongold probably is just watching it and just reacting honestly to detractor shit and negative things said. I'm not going to hold it against him, but at the same time, I do feel like there's a ton of these React YouTubers that are way bigger than the people who they react to. And they don't understand that when they react, that has negative consequences for the person that they're reacting to. That there might be people who maybe would check out that content, but now they won't because you saw a detractor video that says they're an asshole or portrays them as an asshole. Now people think they're an asshole. Is that fair? Did you actually go watch the real content? So maybe you need to have an air of responsibility. Maybe you should actually be watching some of the real stuff to see what it's representative of. If Asmongold was watching this stream right now, do you think that he'd be like, oh, wow, what an asshole? Probably not. But yesterday, if he saw me in a bad mood out of context on one particular stream, he probably would say, wow, that guy's an asshole. And rightly so. But that's not the big picture. I don't know. That's why I'm not into the full-on reacting to people. I'm just not. Like I said, like every once in a while I'll react to stuff, but I don't just want to be someone who's reacting and judging people. Like I'm some holier-than-thou person. I'm so much better than you. I know better than you. I'm going to judge you on everything you're doing because I know how people treat me. Thermic Venry, Asmongold does not respond to requests for anything. Like, I would say it was probably a year or 2 years ago. I reached out to him when I heard he was talking about me and my content, and I tried to get an answer from him. He just never responded to a DM or nothing. He didn't care. So I don't think he's ever going to respond. So that's the other thing too. These people who are bigger than you, they'll react to you, but then if you try to respond to what they said or even try to get their attention, they ignore you. You know? It's very easy for someone like Moist Critical to call me out in his videos, but then I'm like, well, just have a conversation with me. Instead of talking shit, why not have a conversation with me and understand me better? And maybe if you have a conversation with me and then you think I'm an asshole, great. But at least have the conversation. Oh no, I don't do interviews, I don't do conversations. That's the response I get. Well then, don't talk the shit. If you're gonna talk the shit, now you are invested in that person and that content because you said negative things about them. Your audience thinks negatively about them. Now you gotta give them the time. Or else don't do it or it's irresponsible. Just saying. But, you know, that's how they all are. You know, we'll react as much as we want because it's all fair game. It's allowed on YouTube. Yeah, but now you've hurt someone's reputation. Is it really fair? Or should you actually give them the chance to respond? And that's the thing. You'll never see it. Now I'm responding. Asmongold will never get this response because all he'll see is detractor content. Will the detractors take this response fully and unedited? No. They'll edit it to make me look like an asshole, and that's what he'll see next. So you see, it's a vicious cycle. This is why I don't care. This is why I don't care what Asmongold says, what Moist Critical says, what anyone says. I don't give a shit. I do my own thing. I'm happy. We have a good time together. That's what matters. I'm successful. It's all good. Don't need to worry about what these other people are constantly saying about me. To be frank, it doesn't affect me. It doesn't. I'm good. Well, guess what? I said when we started yawning, I would have to pay attention, and I started yawning. So I have to pay attention. We have to find a rest stop. It looks like we will be passing one. That one's a little off. Let's do this one. Why are the turns so weird on this one? I guess I would have to turn right, then left. I could just stop right here. Let's do this. Okay, so coming up, let's do this first. The sleep, and then we'll continue on. All right. Tales of the Sonic Voyage to the $2 super chat. He says, drive on, bro. Thank you, Tales of the Sonic Voyage, for $2. Very good. What happens if you don't sleep? If you don't sleep, your character starts to close his eyes when you're driving, which obviously is bad. Now, I've never just ignored it entirely for too long, but I think what people are saying is you can actually drive off the road and you can't control it or something. So, I'm not sure, but it is a mechanic that you have to pay attention to. Let's see here. I received a $6 tip from You're Not Funny. I think this is the biggest tip of the night because we've had almost no tips tonight. So thank you so much, You're Not Funny. Yeah, look, that is the top tip. We had a $1 tip before this, so okay. $69. So now we're at 75. So now we're halfway to our goal. He says, speaking of video games, did you see Turn Off Your Brain board game movie Battleship? I highly recommend it. It's like a Michael Bay movie. You like Michael Bay, right? It's even got missiles shaped like peg pieces from the board game. Never saw it. No, I never saw that. I think I like some stuff that Michael Bay has done. Like, didn't he do the movie The Rock and stuff like that back in the day? But I don't like all the stuff he's ever done. Like, I don't like the Modern Ninja Turtles movies and shit like that. But, you know, I understand there's movies where you got to turn your brain off and just kind of like enjoy the flashy action-packed ride. So if that's the kind of movie it is, then I guess more power to it, but I've never seen it. Okay. Okay. That's good, man. This tastes seriously good. It tastes like they blended apples right into it. Man, it's delicious. Jade says he didn't like Chris Pratt as Mario in the Mario movie. To him, it didn't sound like him. And again, you know, DK Jack Black as Bowser. He says, I loved Bowser's lower voice. Yeah, I mean, they literally took celebrities and made them the voices because they wanted that notoriety from mainstream. It wasn't like for example, was Chris Pratt a passable Mario? Yes. Did he sound anything like Mario from the games? No. I don't think they wanted that. They just wanted celebrities as the voice actors so that they could say, oh, look, a celebrity. Now, people who don't know Mario will still go see the movie, like the parents and shit, right? That's what I think anyway. Maybe I'm wrong, but there was no reason to have celebrities as the voice actors. Especially when they had established voice actors doing the voices for the movies that easily could have done those voices well. And they said, no money for you. We give the money to already rich, affluent actors who don't need it. So there you go. Looks like we got another sub from No Kino Entry. Thank you to No Kino Entry for that. All right. We're now at $80 past the halfway point. Thank you guys so very much. Thank you. Let's keep that momentum rolling. We have about 40 minutes left on the stream to hit the goal. So we got a ways to go. $70 in 40 minutes. Can we make it happen and keep Truck Sim in the rotation? Or will this be the final Truck Sim stream? I guess we're going to find out. We're now being forced to brake because for some reason there's traffic in the middle of the night on this road. I don't know why. I need to sleep. And it's taking longer to get there because of this stupid traffic, and this is annoying me. It's not good. Yeah, I know you're tired. I'm trying to get you there. Really, I am. It's going to take forever because these cars are in the way. Jade, I didn't dislike the Mario movie voices, but again, they easily could have used the real voices from the games and I would have liked it better, but they chose not to because they wanted to pay celebrities instead of actual talented voice actors. Just saying. I didn't like that decision. Am I interested in playing the horror game Routine? It's coming out December 4th. What is Routine? I don't remember. Remind me what Routine is. The thing is, right now, it seems like we have a ridiculous amount of indie horror games I'm interested in, such as Poppy Playtime, such as My Friendly Neighborhood. What was the other one? No, I'm Not Human. Maybe some Left 4 Dead 2. We have all these things left over that I'd like to play, but right now we're busy with big releases, so I don't have time for them. But I feel like within like a month's time, things will calm down and we'll have time for like everything. So we very well could be playing those soon. It's the Horror Moon game? Okay, yeah, I think I remember that. Something about exploring the moon, it's like a horror game. Okay. Oh, that was the one that was in production for 13 years? Good Lord. Good Lord. Yes, I remember Street Sharks. I only saw it like once and I hated it. It was an obvious Ninja Turtles knockoff and I never watched it again. All right, the bed is red. We're in trouble. We need to sleep. No, I'm not playing the Halo CE remake. Why would I? It's the same game I've already played. All they're going to do is tweak the graphics, so... Why do you guys always try to start crap? I mean, I should read this because it's entertaining. Dirty Birdie says, Rich of Review Tech USA is watching you literally live right now. He's acting like he's better than you, even though he ate his daughter's eyes and he tried to take out a credit card in his father's name. I can neither confirm nor deny. You would think that if he was actually eating his daughter's eyes, he'd be in jail. I don't know about the fraud thing. I don't know anything about any of this. I don't know why you guys come in here and still talk about that guy, honestly. I don't get it. It has nothing to do with me. I don't pay any attention to him. I don't give a shit. No, I've never had gallstones. I've never had gallstones, no. We're getting off here. Yes, we are. We're going right. We're going right. Yeah, this way. Okay. Looks like we're gonna have to slow down temporarily to make a turn, but then hopefully we can speed up again. I know I'm getting tired. I am literally trying to get to the place where I can sleep. It's right around the corner. Where are we right now? A nice looking place. Look at this, lamps. What is that? Fluffy Razors live tonight. Who the hell are the Fluffy Razors? You ever heard of the Fluffy Razors, guys? Your favorite band or maybe a sports team? All right, we can finally sleep right here. Let's do it. Or I pass out. It's coming up right here. Take a left. Excuse me. Ooh. No, I don't think I would do a stream playing New York Times games like crosswords or Sudoku. I don't think anyone would want that. It'd be boring. Those are things for time killers and to, you know, improve your own cognitive abilities and or, you know, puzzle solving abilities. That's not necessarily something that would entertain a live audience, I don't think. Yeah. Favorite episode of Breaking Bad? I don't know. I'm so far removed from watching the show, I don't remember the specific episodes, honestly. I remember a few moments, like, for example, if you remember in the earlier seasons, basically it looked like those two cartel guys, the twins or whatever, were gonna get, Heisenberg, and then all of a sudden they ran into his brother, who was the you know, the freaking cop, and then they had to shoot out in the parking lot, and that was like an epic moment, because you never expected it was going to happen. It was just so well scripted that it would happen like that, like what on earth, and just chaos ensued. It was a pretty epic moment in the show. But particularly, I don't really remember, you know, too much specific stuff about episode titles and stuff like that. It's been a very long time since I watched it. It's a great show. I definitely recommend Breaking Bad to anyone who's never watched it. It's a really well written show, and you know, maybe one day I would end up rewatching it again. We'll see. Okay, so here's where we can sleep. Five more subs from Darkside Jasper. Thank you so much, Darkside Jasper. Let me go sleep, and then I'll get these on the leaderboard, but I do have to sleep pretty badly here, and I'll get gas while I'm here. Actually, no, I don't need the gas. I'm just going to sleep. I can sleep right here, straight ahead, I think. They're not letting me sleep. It's not triggering. It's oh, there we go. I was gonna say it's not triggering at all. There we are. Okay. Thank you, Darkside Jasper, for 5 subs. Let's get this on the leaderboard. So we're now at $105 of support. We've only got about a half an hour left on the stream to finish this job and to hit the goal. We've got Lance Catamaran Just did 500 kicks. Thank you, Lance. That's our top kicks of the night. That gets us to 110. So 110 of support. Very nice. Thank you, guys. 40 to go to hit the goal for tonight and keep this in the rotation. Damn, this is good. I'm shocked this is so good. This is my favorite alcoholic cider I've ever had, actually. Matt Davala just did a $10 super chat. He says, thank you, Phil, for this fun evening. You're welcome, Matt. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying. And chilling with me here tonight. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. $10 super chat gets us up to 120 of support. The rallying has begun. Only 30 to go to hit the goal and keep this in the rotation and get us even closer to DSP Tries It. Thank you to 1 out of 20 who just hosted me with 34 viewers. How y'all doing tonight? Welcome everyone who just showed up. If you are just showing up and you're going to chill for the next half hour, which I'll be broadcasting, you might want to follow or is it subscribe? Not subscribe, follow the channel, right? If you follow the channel, then you can talk. You can't talk without following, and it's a 6-minute follow, I believe. So all you got to do is follow for a little bit, and you'll be good. Okay. So we got to get out of here. Let's go around the block here. Now we got Shocks 1989 gifting subs. Thank you to Shocks. How many subs? Another 5 subs? Wow. So many subs, so little time. Thank you guys for the support tonight. No, it's not a 2-day follow. I believe it's just a 6-minute follow of the channel, and then you can talk in the chat, right? I think it is. And we only do that because of bots. We have detractors who come in here with bot accounts, and they try to spam the chat with horrible messages. So by doing that, essentially, it makes it so that they have to like set all this stuff up, and it allows us to fix that issue. Okay, are we going the right way? Let's make sure. Hold on. I want to get turned around here. We are going the right way. Yeah, we're good. Here, let me uncheck. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So Shocks 1989 dropped 5 subs on Kick, which means just like that, we are up to $145 of support, folks. Oh, that is true. There was one other requirement. If you want to talk in my chat, your account needs to be older than a day, but I don't think you were watching someone else's stream. You've come in here and your account is brand new. So, oh look, Burger King. The Burger King truck right next to me. Who wants the Whopper? Who wants the upcoming SpongeBob SquarePants Square Whopper that they're going to have at Burger King starting December 2nd? Who is going to go try it? I am. I'm going to do it for DSP Tries It. I like the Whopper. I feel like the Whopper is one of the burgers of fast food that has never changed over the years. Still the same size burger, still the same condiments, still tastes pretty decent. So I appreciate that they haven't ruined it over the years like a lot of these places have. Like the Big Mac, oh my God. The Big Mac used to be amazing, and the Big Mac is ass now. Like, it's seriously terrible. Okay. I missed a super chat? I did? I didn't know that I missed a super chat. I need to go left here, and these guys are in my way. Is this a cop? Oh, shit. Let's cut the cop off. Let's see what happens. Cut him right off. Where are we right now? Are we in Vegas? Kind of looks like we're in Vegas, I think. I think we are. Let's take a look. Where are we right now? We are in Vegas. I was going to say, because it looked like we were going to like event centers and stuff. That's why it looked like that, because there was Vegas and everything. Cool. So who wants to see the fluffy razors or whatever the hell they were? Let's go. Jade, I know you enjoy... Oh, shit. I know you... I know you enjoy Truck Sim Simulator streams, Jade. A lot of people do. They like just hanging out with me, which is a good thing. I like chilling with you guys. You gifted a sub. I guess I missed a lot of contributions. All right, hold on. Let me get back on the freeway. Let's get back to cruising. Then I'll check on contributions. I'm pretty sure we hit the goal, and thank you guys for that. Look, an ad for The Lion King, the real musical, right there. How cool is that? I saw The Lion King musical within its first season when it was in New York City. I actually saw it pretty early on. Because again, The Lion King is my favorite animated film of all time, and my parents actually got tickets to season 1 of Lion King in New York City, and it was great. Great show. Great theatrical musical to see. 100 kicks came in too. Wow, okay. Let me get to cruise control like I said, and we'll get caught up here. Okay, slow down a tiny bit. Let's get to 55. Okay, here we go. All right, let's take a look. Let's see what I missed here. I got the Tales of Sonic Voyage. I got the Matt Davala super chat. I got all the Shox's subs. So your future stepdad did do another sub. Excuse me. And then 100 kicks from 220. Whoa, there was 1,000 kicks? No. That was the 500 kicks from Lance earlier. I already shouted that out. So there was 100 kicks from 220. Okay. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, the question we ask every week is, how long can this last? Truck Sim's been going since like April, right? Can Truck Sim continue and make it to 2026? Well, as of right now, it looks pretty darn possible, right? We only have, what, like 6-7 weeks left between now and 2026? And it's consistently getting support every week. People come out, hang out, and enjoy the content. So I hope that you guys are enjoying. Thank you so much for your support here tonight, for hitting that goal yet again. 7 out of 10, which means only 3 more to go for DSP Tries It. Thank you, guys. All right. Good stuff, everyone. Thank you so much. Okay. The cologne reveal for hitting 100. The cologne tonight is not anything super exciting. I'm actually wearing a very cheap one tonight. But it is one that I really like. And for the record, I do have expensive colognes. I have colognes that are anywhere from $80 to $100 a bottle. But tonight I just happen to be wearing a super cheap one. I'm actually wearing Nautica Classic, which is an incredibly old classic cologne. I like it because it smells like sea salt, but it has this refreshing scent to it as well. It's like a combination of different scents together, and they kind of like play off each other well. That's what I'm wearing today. Nothing super, it's cheap, it's like $20 a bottle. I recommend it though. If you're someone who likes like a salty smell, like for example, let's say you like Scotch whiskey and you like the salty taste of Scotch whiskey, you'll probably like Nautica Classic because it has that sea salt smell to it. There you go. Can I go show you the bottle? No, I'm not leaving the room to get the bottle. It's not that important. It's a $20 cologne. It's not. It's not a rare thing to see. Jade, thank you so much for 53 months as an ultra supporter on this channel. He says, thank you for all of these years of content. You're welcome, man. An agricultural inspection? Oh, shitty. Whoa. Agricultural inspection. What is this? This is a rarity. I think we only did this once ever. Agricultural inspection. Okay. Dunsfelter says Phil probably has Dior Sauvage for special occasions. So what do you think? Do you think... What the hell? What just happened? What is going on? What is going on? How did that turn on? How do you turn on the radio? Turned itself on. You know what it is? I think the cord hit a button on the keyboard here and turned on the radio. So how the hell do I turn off the music? Where is the radio settings? Voice here, radio. No, that's CB radio. How do I find radio volume? Like, where the fuck is that? We haven't looked at that since I first started playing, right? How do I turn this off? Voice preview, no. Sound volume, no.
Spinning bird kick.
Trailer noise, trailer volume. There's nothing here about the radio. How the hell do I adjust the radio volume? Anyone know how to do this? I don't know how to do it, and I can't have volume right now. That's going to be copyright issue. Where is the radio volume? Music volume, UI, intro. Where is it? Quick engine effects, noise. Radio volume. Okay. Let's see if that fixes it. Yes. But how did I turn it on? How the hell did I just turn on the freaking radio? What button is it? Because we were messing with that earlier on in the playthrough, but I don't know where that is now. Like it doesn't even show like it would be anywhere. Audio, right? But there's no radio audio here. And there totally is a thing that says, like, here's your radio stations that are available and everything, but I don't see it at all. This is pretty stupid, I'm not going to lie. This is pretty dumb. Mute. Maybe I'll just do that. Maybe it'll be fine now. Okay, here we're good now. But now, listen, but now there's no music here. For some bizarre reason, now there's no music in the pause menu. Check the keybinds. Why is there no music in the pause menu now? It's gone for some bizarre reason. There's a click sound. This is so weird. What happened? You hear the clicking. And master volume's at 75. What happened to the background music? R key is for radio on and off. So where's the radio volume thing on here now that I put to 0, right? Okay, so let's press R. Hold on. No, this opens this. This is not on and off. This opens the radio menu. So that's not correct. But I can do that. Well, this sucks. Now, what happened to now there's no menu music ever? We like the menu music. What the hell happened? This is baloney. If I mute the radio, the menu music is gone? That's really dumb. Well, thank you to Nick Smith for a $2 super chat. I don't know what he's talking about. He's talking about some LV cologne that he says costs $350 a bottle. Never heard of that one. So I don't know. I don't know what happened. We have no menu music now, and it doesn't seem like it works. F1 shift? What are you talking about? Well, let's continue. We got to finish the job, guys. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what on earth just happened that we've lost our menu music. Simply because I must have tapped the R button or something by accident. Yeah, sucks. Okay, passed away station. All right. Turn the radio volume back up, but then shut off the radio. Can't. You can't. It's not possible. Unless you do. Okay, hold on. Ready? Kisses on my body. Does it? Because the R button doesn't turn it on and off. That's not what I hit that turned it on and off. It's a different button. R button just opens the radio menu. It doesn't turn the radio on and off. That's wrong. Yeah. It's a different hotkey than what you guys are saying. Keys and buttons. Radio. Next favorite. Yeah, look. No. It just opens the player. It doesn't say turn it on and off. In fact, there is no turn it on and off. Look. Yeah. Doesn't exist. How the fuck did it turn on? I have no idea how it turned on. It almost seems like it's a glitch that it turned on like that. So I give up. Pause the radio. It worked. You had to pause the radio. Oh my god, how complicated. All because it just started playing out of nowhere. Like, what made it play out of nowhere? What button did I graze on my keyboard? Good lord. Well, that was a pain, and likely this video will end up getting, I'm not even kidding, not only get demonetized, it might get blocked. Because that's copyright music. And this video might end up getting blocked now because of it. Isn't that delightful? I hope not. I did not press the Stream Deck key. My Stream Deck's way over here. And I don't have any buttons hotkey to that for this game, so you're wrong. It had nothing to do with Stream Deck. $2.20 is blocked over the gayest possible music. If it's copyright, it's copyright. It doesn't matter what kind of music it is. They'll block you or demonetize you. That's right. Steve Cobain says, well, now we have to hit another goal tonight to make up for the demonetization. That's correct. We have to make up for the fact that I'm not going to make like $4 on this video over the course of its lifespan on YouTube. Let's go. Let's hit another goal. What happened? Excuse me. Smackhammer 1, I have no idea what you're talking about. What is Tokyo Hosto? I don't know what that is. Jade, you taking off soon? That's all good. I almost hit that guy. You gotta take off. Have a good night. Thanks for chilling. I want to finish this job right now, but now we've got delayed because of this nonsense. I can't go super late tonight, so I have to try to finish this job in 10 minutes, seriously. Hopefully we can be uninterrupted and finish this in 10 minutes now. This sucks. Have a good night, Vietnamese comrade. Angus Ching with John Rambo. Oh yeah, Tokyo Hosto. Okay, that's starting to ring a bell now. Yeah. When we did co-op commentary on Angus Ching's game. Oh my goodness. Forgot all about that crap from back in the day, man. Hooey, that was some interesting stuff. Yeah, you know, maybe one day I would go back and do more retrospective stuff like I was doing last year on DSP Throwback, but if you haven't noticed this year, pretty much everything I'm doing is working. Since I'm not always forcing myself to play a game from start to finish, we're just focusing on the games that people want to see. You know, the streams have been doing great. To be honest, almost every single stream I'm hitting my goals. We're having great times. So, well, I feel like the Throwback project was great for last year because I wanted to restore playthroughs that were lost for posterity purposes, and then having that variety to react to the previous stuff from the past. It was good, timely stuff. For now, though, I feel like what we're doing is working. So I kind of feel like, you know, maybe someday we will go back to the Throwback stuff, but probably not right now. So maybe one day I will react to Tokyo Hosto. King Michael, very soon, they're saying their next major DLC in American Truck Sim will be Canada. So, yeah, very soon we may be going to Canada in this very game. And doing cross-country traveling through there. I think what someone said is they want to link the United States to Alaska, and Canada's in between, so they have to add all that in between. Shout out to YOLO Pro, who just became a member. Thank you, YOLO Pro, for the membership. I appreciate that. Okay. Gonna try to finish this job in the next 10 minutes. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but we're gonna try. I can't go ultra late tonight, so if we have to save and resume next time, we'll have to do that. Sucks that we lost that time right there. Stupid radio enabling out of nowhere. Brian Hendricks says, I tried the Aloha Burger the other day. It was good, but pretty small. Mine was not small. Mine at my local Jollibee was huge. That was a very good, very filling burger. So maybe your mileage may vary, you know, with a fast food chain. That can happen. Where the size of the food, the quality of the food can vary. Mine was superb. Honestly, this year, things have been improving too. Like, for example, if you remember when we first played Truck Sim, we weren't hitting the goal all the time, or we were having a harder time hitting the goal. Now we hit it like every week, like without much difficulty, right? There's been a couple weeks where it's been tight and we barely made it, but for the most part, we're hitting it all the time. So, like I said, things have been getting much better this year. This has been a great fall gaming season so far. Everything I'm doing seems to be working. It's good stuff. Midnight 5000 just became a super supporter on YouTube. FYI, that's about $7 a support, because it's $10, I believe, to pay for that on YouTube. So that's gonna get us to like 166. No, 164? 164. No, 165 of support. It's $7. Here we go. Thank you so much. A super supporter. You know, just think of all the things that YouTube did not do with streaming that could have improved it. For example, on Twitch, there's the multiple levels of subs. YouTube has the multiple levels of memberships, right? But on Twitch, you can actually gift the higher levels of subs. So you can gift the ultra sub or whatever it's called over there, which is like, what, $25 or something like that? On YouTube, you can only gift the standard membership, ever. Why? On both Kick and Twitch now, they have channel points, where as you watch, you accumulate points for watching a streamer. It's a loyalty program. When you accumulate enough points, you can do special features. On Kick, you can have highlighted messages and stuff like that. You can wager the points for fun bets. On Twitch, you can even unlock special emotes and badges. Guess what they do on YouTube? Nothing. It just sucks because, like, it totally feels like it is a trade-off. On YouTube, I can stream at the absolute highest quality possible. I'm doing 1440p right now, but if I wanted to, I could do 4K streaming on YouTube right now if I wanted to. I don't do that because I do the dual streaming instead. But for that level of quality, for the level of being able to, like, rewind the stream or whatever, there's this trade-off. And the trade-off is they just never upgraded it enough to feel like they focused on streaming. Because I don't think they ever really did. I think they wanted to at least have the feature so people would stop saying you have to go to Twitch. But, like, all YouTube would have to do right now, they could do a very minor campaign and be like, so on YouTube, you know, we don't put up with insane deviant behavior, right? We actually enforce our rules, and we pay you more than Twitch. And if they did a simple campaign of 3 points there, you'd have like half of Twitch streamers leaving and coming to YouTube to stream. But they just don't bother at all. I don't know why. They just don't bother. It's like they don't care about streaming on YouTube. It's bizarre, because I think they could make a lot more money if they tried to get the streaming crowd from Twitch. It's like they don't want to bother. Like, it's too much effort. You know what I mean? Like on YouTube, if they can't do something through automation, if it actually takes effort, they can't be bothered to work on it. It's too hard. You know what I mean? I like, come on. They still don't have motion emotes on YouTube chat. That's ridiculous. You can't have a moving image in a YouTube chat? That's been on Twitch for over a decade, man. And Kick easily stole it. Why can't they have moving images in YouTube chat? That is ridiculous. That is something that's such an easy thing. They could definitely code into it. They just don't care to. Yes, there is better Twitch TV, and there also is, I believe there's an extension for YouTube that does it too, but then you need to have the extension installed. It's different than actually having it natively in the chat, you know what I mean? It's definitely different. So now speed limit's 45. I gotta slow down. Even though we're at the end of the drive here, they're slowing me down. What is this nonsense? I know, YouTube always lags behind. Well, YouTube put all their effort for 2 years into Shorts. Shorts don't do anything. Shorts do not benefit a YouTube channel. Shorts don't pay a lot of money. Why would anyone focus on YouTube Shorts? Everyone who did invest time and money into them now regrets it. Because YouTube wanted to focus so much on catching up to others, they just don't do anything that makes sense for themselves. They care about everything around them, but then they don't put enough effort in to actually surpass their competition. It's so sad. All you need to do is have someone who has a brain, who understands internet culture and social media to actually be in management at YouTube. They haven't had that since the original people who sold it. Everyone who they have in charge of YouTube now doesn't even understand what they're good at, and they always focus on the wrong things. They think they're gonna make a lot of money with this effort, that effort. They never do. It always fails. They really do need a routing of management. All right, we're in the home stretch. We got like, hopefully I can finish this in like 5 minutes. I gotta get out of here. I can't stay ultra late tonight, and already we're getting stuck. I chose this longer job, which is on me, but at the same time, I wasn't expecting that we were gonna have a little radio mishap there. That took away like 5-10 minutes of the stream. no, I've never seen that. Dunsfelter says there's a weekly podcast that Kick's CEO Eddie does on Kick. Did you ever see that? Because Twitch and YouTube don't do anything like that. No. YouTube does do a weekly show. It's just employees of YouTube that do it. And usually whatever they're explaining is incredibly out of touch with anything anyone cares about. So most people don't even bother watching it. Have a good night, 220. YouTube chat is dead now. I don't know what happened. No one's talked for 2 minutes. Hopefully you guys are still awake. We're in the home stretch of the job. Fuck, I don't know which way to go. I went the wrong way. I went the wrong goddamn way. We're not gonna be able to finish the job. I just screwed up. This is gonna take too long. There was no way to tell which way to go there. The road looked exactly the same each way. Like, there was no way to tell which direction they wanted me to go. The good news is this isn't too much of a departure. This is like an extra minute. So actually, it's not that big of a deal. Okay. Yeah, not a big deal. Okay. No, we haven't locked in what we're going to do for Black Friday yet. We talked about it last week. We had some ideas. We never really solidified, and now we haven't talked about it for several days. Maybe we'll talk about it on the podcast tomorrow, because you're right. I do feel like we need to solidify what we're doing on Black Friday so we can start getting excitement and hype it up, and we haven't done that. Yes, YOLO Pro, we already talked about that in December I will try this new SpongeBob meal at Burger King. They have 4 things. It's a square Krabby Patty Whopper, a pineapple drink, a Patrick Star pie, and some kind of like bacon cheesy tots or something like that. We will try it. Where's Jasper? He's downstairs with Kat. Probably napping. Why do you ask? He was on stream earlier today for quite a bit. He was on the chair during the stream build-up, then he jumped on my lap during Pokemon. He had a good time today in the studio. I will be streaming on Thanksgiving, but only one stream. I don't even know what it will be at this point. I always do a daytime stream on Thanksgiving because my wife cooks dinner and does not want me to interfere with the cooking. She's made it abundantly clear that if I try to interfere, I never help. That I should not be in the kitchen when she's cooking. She knows what she's doing. So I'm going to stream instead. But only one stream. After that, I'm going to have dinner with her and then clean up and have a nice relaxing night with her. Oh, that was close. Well, I play the new SpongeBob game. I had no idea there was a SpongeBob game. I thought it was a SpongeBob movie. I heard there's a SpongeBob movie coming out in December that it ties in with. All right, this is the home stretch. Let's do it. Let's finish it right now. Surprisingly, not many difficulties with the actual job tonight, right? We didn't crash. We didn't really have many detours. No big deal. Miles per hour, yeah, right, let's go. 55, baby. Yeah. 55. End of the job. Dunsfelter says I should try to get on Eddie's show. He has streamers on the show. Dude, I stream to an audience of 70 to 80 people. The owner of Kick doesn't want to hear from someone who streams to 70 to 80 people. He wants to hear from someone who has a significant impact on the site. I have no impact on the site, dude. What are my thoughts on Waymo, a driverless SUV taxi in Los Angeles, Austin, Texas, and Tokyo? I don't know. I don't know much about driverless technology. Has it been proven to be safe? I find it weird that if it's not safe that it's allowed. So you would think that if it is allowed that it's been proven to be safe, but... Am I saying I have an impact on YouTube? I have an impact on the overall landscape of YouTube, okay? Because of the amount of people who cover me and talk about me on a daily basis. But no, do I think overall I have a huge impact on the YouTube landscape when it comes to views and content and the platform? No, not really. I make no bones about it. I'm not making any of these people tons of money like I used to back in the day. Back in the day, I was printing money for Machinima for many, many years. And that ended probably around 2012, 2013, when This Is How You Don't Play started. All right, we're here, Oxnard. This is it. This is where our job ends, so we're going to do it all in one go. It was a long job, but we're about to get it done. No, I do not currently do co-op games. All right. Cruising, but it doesn't seem like we're getting to the end. What's going on here? Let's end this drive. Sheesh. All right, guys, last chance if you want to talk about something, tag me in chat because we're about to finish the job and the night. You're nervous that I'm not keeping my hands on the wheel and I'm drunk driving? Oh, no. Don't worry, we're good. I'm not going to crash at this point. Earthbound fan, good evening. Why don't I do co-op games? Because when I've experimented with co-op games, they just don't do well because people say that they come to my streams to be able to interact with me and hang out. I can't do that when I'm doing a co-op game because I have to talk to the co-op group that I'm with, whether it's just one teammate or many. You know what I mean? Like, I have to focus on working with them to survive and win at the game. And when I'm communicating with them, I can't talk to my audience actively, and it ends up not being as entertaining for the live audience. They've already said time and time again, remember, I played Apex Legends, and I played co-op playthroughs of certain games with campaigns. The moment that I became a streamer, the co-op stuff basically fell off. I did used to do co-op playthroughs all the time with John Rambo and stuff, but that was when I was an offline content creator exclusively. As soon as I became interactive, you know, on streams, that stuff stopped being prominent and people just don't like it that much anymore. So. All right, this is it. Let's deliver the job and wrap up tonight's stream. We went a tiny bit later than usual, but not too late. And, excuse me, the final winding road here to deliver this. Excuse me. Did I go to the Weekend concert? No, I've never seen the Weekend in concert. I don't really listen to the Weeknd's music either. Oh, come on. Let's go. Enough of this nonsense. Gotta finish this job. Okay, we've done it. We have finally arrived. Exxon. Let's get our big payday. So we're in California next week. We can start from California, which is good. Maybe we'll go to San Jose, which we haven't been to yet. Been one of the places Jade has actually asked for many weeks. Maybe we'll do that next week. Do a short job to San Jose and then take a longer job out of San Jose. All right, let's deliver this. Holy moly, what a job. Still excellent. Very good. And we hit 21, and we're a quarter of the way to 22. Very nice. At 25, we hit instructor level. Oh, we got another bonus here. I would say let's keep upping these lower ones. So high value cargo, we'll do that. All right. Good stuff tonight, everyone. Great job. Thanks for interacting with me. Thanks for chilling. I got one final contribution. It looks like it was a $10 tip. This person says, well, hold on. Let me play their animation first. Thanks for a $10 tip. This person says, I'm a longtime viewer since 2010, but a first-time tipper. Thank you for the chill content. You are welcome. Thank you very much, whoever that was. You actually, if you could believe it, you were the top tipper of the night because I got almost no tips tonight. Not that that's a big deal because we got tons of support tonight, but thank you so much for the tip. We end another night hitting the goal, and Truck Sim rolls on again next week, all right? So everyone, thank you so very much for the chill vibes and fun. And I will see you next week for more American Truck Simulator right here on DSP Gaming. Good night, everybody.